Hello and welcome to Middle School Against Coronavirus.
Episode 5. I'm Laura, and this is my daughter, Isabella, who is no longer a 7th grader.
Woohoo! I'm 8th grade. Yay.
We live in Georgia, where we normally start the school year earlier and then end in May anyway. But because of the whole coronavirus situation and schooling from home, they decided to end school about a week earlier than usual. And so last week, they did a drive-by at the school where you returned your iPads and any other school items that you had. And we did that. When we drove through, Isabella, how did it feel?
Kind of sad, but kind of a teeny closure, but not really.
This was a really hard end to your 7th year, wasn't it?
Yes.
Can you explain a little bit?
I never had my last day of school.
Yeah, and we haven't gotten the yearbook yet. It should be here any time, but once again, there's no opportunity to get together with your classmates and have them signed.
Meh.
Meh is her way of saying she's not happy.
No. Meh is my not happy.
Oh,
Meh is just
okay.
my sad.
So when we did the drive-thru, everybody had to wear masks, and we didn't leave the car.
Yay.
And we had to practice social distancing.
Yay.
Yeah, you don't like the social distancing.
Hate it.
Hate it. I know, because we saw the media specialist.
Miss Over. Shout out.
I know you love her, and you probably wanted to run up and hug her. She's shaking her head. And then we also saw the principal in her mask. I almost didn't realize it was her, but then I said, oh, wait, that's your principal, who this year was actually the interim principal because the longtime principal of Midway Middle School, Mrs. Frazier, was moved up to principal of the high school. And boy, she's great. They needed her. So I pulled her over to say, hey, I don't know if we'll see you next year. I hope you're doing well, and just talk to her a little bit.
We're talking with Principal Vivian Gillard. Are you still interim, or do you have a job?
Oh, no. I am the proud principal of Midway Middle School.
Congratulations on getting the gig, for sure.
Yes, for sure.
And we're doing our drive-by drop-off for the iPads and other school items that Isabella has. And,
right.
And it's great to see you, to be able to say goodbye. We've missed everybody. Any farewell messages from you?
Oh, yeah. This has really been a trying time for all of us. I've missed the kids so much. The old saying is true. You don't miss what you had until it's gone. So I really, really miss my kids. I just enjoy seeing them every day, walking through the halls, and it's just not the same. But I wish them all well. My 8th graders, they're moving on to 9th grade. Yay! But I really hate that we can't give them the send-off that we would really like to. But I know they're going to do great, and I can't wait to get back to our new normal, I hope, in the fall. But I wish everybody well, and my first year here has been magnificent. We've had some barriers, but we've overcome them, and hopefully next year it's going to be even bigger and better.
Well, thank you very much for all that you've done, Principal Gillard, and it'll be great to see you again next year. We think you did a great job in your first year.
Thank you so much. I'm anticipating next year, and Isabella, all right, girl. I look forward to working with you, okay? You're going to be out front. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
You're a great ambassador for the school. You have been for 2 years, an official Midway Middle ambassador. And that means if people come into the school for a reason, especially parents on special parent days, you help walk them around. But also, towards the end of the school year, you help guide rising middle schoolers to give them some tips on what to expect. So maybe she's looking for you to be a leader as an 8th grader.
I've had practice at elementary school.
Because you did it at elementary school?
Yes, with the STEM program, which I feel Midway Middle School should try to institute just a little bit more, because students from Liberty Elementary are going to be transferring there, and most of the students who are in the STEM program, or all the students involved in STEM, are going to come here, and they won't really get any STEM unless they're a part of the gifted program, say, and get Miss Brown, because she does some STEM project.
Yes, I agree with you on that, Isabella. It was a big transition to go from a STEM school to just a regular, all your subjects middle school. What are you looking forward to with 8th grade?
I'm looking forward to seeing my friends, going back to Helen Method and Reading Bowl, and math team, and do what I didn't get to do in the 7th grade year.
Which was the math team competition.
And go to Kessler to talk to the 6th graders there for coming to middle school.
Kessler is the elementary school.
Well, yeah, kind of the elementary school. It's the school on base, just because they do have 6th grade also.
We live right near Fort Stewart, Georgia, so that's what she's talking about, the school
Liberty
on base
County.
there. Yes. I want to say congratulations, Isabella, because you were nominated by your teachers for a scholarship. Unfortunately, you couldn't apply for it because along with all of the grade and leadership requirements that you met, there was one where we had to be making a certain level of money or just under, and we didn't fit that. So unfortunately, you couldn't go forth with it, but I want to say congratulations on being nominated for the REACH scholarship because it's a good scholarship to have.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I know some of your classmates got nominated too, or at least one of them that I know of. So best wishes to him. I know it's been hard for you because even though you have a brother and sister, they're much older and they live away. So you're kind of like an only child, and it's been hard for you to not have interaction with other kids. So we did something you've wanted to do for a while, and something that for now is virtual, but you'll be able to get together with other kids eventually and have fun. And what's that?
Girl Scouts!
Join the Girl Scouts. We just joined a few weeks ago. So far you have had some Zoom meetings with the troop. What did it feel like to finally connect like that?
I mean, it's not really how I want to meet, like, Girl Scout-wise, but I'm a Girl Scout, so who cares?
You're happy?
Yeah.
You're also in Taekwondo. You're a black belt.
Yes.
Because of the whole coronavirus thing, the school was shut down for a while, and you were practicing karate at home. The school was sending some lessons to work on, and we were posting videos. They have just started back, but the school is operating in phases based on where the state is in social distancing requirements. So it's still limited, but you finally got to go back to class with a limited number of students and all of your social distancing, but still you got to go do something different.
I got to go outside of my yard.
Yeah. What did you feel when you first walked in there and you got to see the people you haven't seen for more
It was
than a month?
nice because the first class we did was with another kid, but it was also kind of sad because I didn't get my normal class and interaction, and it wasn't the same type of class, so it wasn't great.
But it was a step.
Yeah, it was a step.
I guess that was 2 weeks ago. So last week, you're still not doing sparring because that's contact. But they have these really cool rebreakable boards, and you got to break the boards. Woohoo! When you kicked the board and broke it, did it feel like you were kicking coronavirus's butt?
No, but it did feel nice.
The biggest disappointment, though, for not just you, but I'm sure all kids who have done anything in the summer other than just stay at home, is the cancellation of
summer
camps. Yeah. We started getting notices about 2 months ago about some of the ones you were already signed up for getting canceled. And each time it was a big disappointment. What was the one you were supposed to do this summer that you really wanted?
3D camp.
What were you going to do?
3D print.
You're going to learn about 3D printing?
Yes.
At?
USC.
The University of South Carolina. That USC.
Yes.
That got canceled. Then you were going to do a camp.
Yes.
Outdoor camp. And that got canceled. And there's a camp I had kept in the back of my head for a couple of years because I know someone who sends their kids there. And it reminded me of a camp I went to as a kid called Camp Woodmont in Northeast Georgia. And as of a week and a half ago, that was still open. And I was like, oh, she would love this experience. It's typical camp, summer camp that you always hear about, think about, maybe went to. So we were in the process of signing you up for Camp Woodmont. And then what happened? The governor came out and he said... He said day camps could open, but not sleepaway camps.
Shouldn't that be in reverse order? If you go to a day camp, you go there, then you leave, go to your home, then go back there, leave, go to your home, maybe gallivant around somewhere. Sleepaway camp. Go, sleep there for however long the camp is, 1 week, 2, summer, and then you go back home. And you really haven't gallivanted around much.
Yeah.
Which one's more likely to spread corona? Oh, I know. The one the governor allowed.
I agree with you on that one. It seems like if you have the kids contained for a couple of weeks, you're cleaning things, you're good. But if they're coming back and forth, then yeah, you risk spreading the disease more. So that happened. And I talked with the director, Allison, about it, and she was crushed. And I know that for these businesses that run just summer camps, that's it for the year. That's it. If they don't have summer camp, they're done. And I just pray that all of the camps who did get canceled, and that's the only thing they do, whereas the University of South Carolina has college too. I pray that they're able to make it through this. This was a family camp. Her parents started it. So we have one final backup.
Resort.
Last resort. that could get canceled as well. But as of right now, there are a few weeks where it will be available, and that is
Space Camp!
Space Camp in Alabama.
Great. I'm excited about Space Camp.
Space Camp sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. They have had to cancel several of the sessions of camp this summer. But as of the moment I'm speaking, they still have some camps. So we'll hopefully be able to make that work because my sister always helps out.
And just in case stuff does get canceled before we post this and you're like, come on, this was recorded May 18th, 2020.
Yes. Overall, though, this whole situation of me coming to you to say, oh, we've got this camp for you, and then saying, oh, it got canceled, and you being done with school, officially done with school this week, and looking ahead to the next 2 months of summer before school starts again, without the certain prospect of a camp, what are you feeling inside, and what are you thinking?
Complete and utter boredom.
Complete and utter boredom.
Yeah.
There's plenty for you to do around here, so why is the boredom there?
Because camps are fun, they bring fun, and there's basically no kids in my neighborhood.
And even if there were a lot of kids, we're supposed to practice the whole social distancing.
Yeah. So let's see how that's working out. We're hiding rocks, and I don't think most people are using gloves.
Yeah, so that's, I don't know if where you live people are doing this, but where we are, there are several
rocks,
communities.
You hide them, find them, take a picture, post it on Facebook or whatever social media you're using for them, and then you re-hide it.
Yes, and they're really beautiful rocks.
Some little kids paint them. It's meant for little kids, but it's still fun to find them.
Mm-hmm.
Even for adults.
A lot of adults do this too. But when it started to build up as people were home and looking for something to do with their kids, so they're out on the golf carts, which we wish we had one, but they're out on the golf carts looking for these rocks, I thought, and I said to Isabella, I said, but people are touching these and then putting them back, and isn't that spreading coronavirus? Let's just keep our fingers crossed.
Well,
yeah, so far we don't know of anybody in our community right where we live who's had it. Because for the most part, people have been practicing social distancing, wearing the masks. And the masks are really to protect others from any germs that you might have to spread.
Craft time!
Craft time, yeah. I know you love craft time.
All right, so first, this is a playing card building set. So what you do is you got a pack of cards that either is missing a piece, a card, or your family just is fine with you not using. And so you cut 4 little spots with scissors on them, like on the longer side of the card, you cut two little slots near the corners, parallel to the shorter line, to make cards that you can stack on top of each other and create a little stacking. And so for younger kids, you could create a card-sized building piece out of cardboard or heavy cardstock, because playing cards can be a bit slick and harder for small fingers to manipulate. Or for older kids, get several decks to make a massive building experience. And then we also have a pocket puzzle game. Bum bum bum. So the materials you would need for this are a variety of colored sticky foam sheets, magnetic sheet or old magnetic business cards, graph paper, scissors, and a small tin box. So what you want to do is you want to peel the backing off the foam sheets and stick the magnets to the foam with small sections so we don't waste all the magnets or foam. And you want to lay the graph paper over the magnetic foam sheet and cut out a collection of shapes following the lines on the graph paper. Repeat with the other colors of foam sheets. Try to think of a wide variety of shapes and designs following a line of graph paper so the puzzle will fit together when done. Tape a piece of graph paper inside the lid of the tin, and have your kids play with their puzzles solo or as a group, taking turns adding new pieces. The goal is to fit the entire lid so that there aren't any blank spaces without pieces. A modification for younger kids, make the pieces bigger and use a lunchbox instead of a small tin to hold the parts. Modifications for older kids, add the rule that they can't have pieces of the same color touch, or have them try to create an image like a house inside the puzzle. You can also make this a timed event, give them 3 minutes to completely fill the surface with no gaps, shorten the time if they need more challenge to make the game more complicated for older kids. Make the rule that they can only place pieces of one color. And there you go.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Since we're not traveling a whole lot these days, it's a portable puzzle you can take from the top of the house to the bottom of the house and play with. Oh, there was something I just wanted to ask you. What was it?
Wow.
Oh, I know. So a few weeks ago, the school system, Liberty County Public School System, did some Zoom forums. They invited some kids to talk about this whole experience dealing with coronavirus and how...
So much fun.
Yeah, how the distance learning on the iPads was. And what did you think about that experience?
It was like sub work. where your teacher gives you more work than usual because there's a sub there and they want to keep you busy.
Yeah, you didn't do the interactive stuff that you normally do in class. One thing we learned is that there's going to be a big budget cut because I guess the state's not getting much tax money right now, not as much as usual. So they're going to have to make some educational cuts. And that what the superintendent was saying is it could affect the way school starts next year, and even brought up the possibility of, if it's a huge cut, doing distance learning again or coronavirus gets worse. I know. That's the last thing kids want.
I'd rather go to school than be stuck at home doing school.
Yeah. This is a whole different experience.
You don't get to see your friends. You don't get to see your teachers. Even if you don't really like those teachers, would you rather be stuck at home doing their work, or would you rather see them in person do their work?
Yes. The biggest thing I worry about with kids, I know they're very resilient, but is their mental health of having to endure this for so long, and how they get through it without getting depressed or turning to other things that may not be the best for them. Have you or your friends talked about this at all?
No.
How do you feel it's affected your mental health?
I feel that it's a little, it's been hard, but I feel mentally strong. Well, when summer comes, who knows, but still.
Is it because you understand what's going on?
Yeah, and I have stuff to keep me busy.
I don't know when we'll be doing a next podcast because school is officially out, and this is Middle School Against Coronavirus. Any thoughts to throw forth to your friends, family, or teachers for the summer?
If this all clears up, we are going to have a kind of yearbook signing party.
That's a great idea. We could do it at the library. It's across from the school.
Yeah, playground there, too.
Yes.
Kids can let loose.
And they need that right now.
And they have a pool.
And they have a pool. Oh, my gosh. All the community pools that won't be open this summer? Oh, heartbreaking.
On the bright side, we live near a canal.
Yes, we have a canal, a tidal canal across the street, and we actually went floating in it on Saturday. Water was a little cool, but it was a really nice, relaxing experience. And I'm sure we'll do it again soon. Isabella's tapping me on the shoulder.
Movie review.
Oh, yes! I knew there was something I wanted to ask you about.
So, the new movie Scoob came out on digital instead of going to theaters. I'm so glad we didn't pay movie theater admission because that was rough. If you're a true diehard Scooby-Doo fan, don't watch it. The plot, crazy. I won't spoil it. They did some things with characters that made it less Scooby-Doo. And also, as the trailers have shown, there's Blue Falcon involved. And there has been a few Blue Falcon appearances in the Scooby-Doo universe, but this one is probably the worst.
Yeah, that was quite an experience. It's great to be able to sit home and watch a movie that's newly released. It was $25 to buy it, and we thought we'd want to watch it again, so we bought it, because otherwise it would have been $20 to rent, and we figured might as well just buy it, because she loves watching Scooby-Doo stuff over and over. We all sat there silently watching it, wondering what the other person is thinking. And I had to console her at the end because she was so upset about it.
Yes. After that, we cleansed ourselves by watching my personal favorite, one of them, Scooby-Doo movies, Music of the Vampire. Musical Scooby-Doo. When we finished watching it, I looked, and there was a 4-star rating on it.
There were 4 stars on Scoob?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would rate it maybe a 2-star.
Yeah.
It was really sad.
To us, it was, yeah. Sad.
Well, not sad as in, like, crying sad, but sad as in Scooby-Doo world sad. It wasn't really the mystery. Like, they have some supernatural movies, but it wasn't a mystery.
But a lot of the voices weren't even right.
No.
And that was disappointing.
Yes.
I wish they would release that way so that we had something different to look forward to at home. I wish they would release the new James Bond that way and Black Widow, because James Bond is supposed to have come out.
Black Widow to come out.
Yeah, that was pushed to November, and Black Widow was pushed off, and it would be great to be able to sit home and watch those right now.
Yeah.
Well, until the next time we talk to you, we hope you have as great a summer as you can. I know this has been tough on the kids and the teachers. They miss their kids. I just hope you stay safe and well from coronavirus. Well, Thank you so much for listening.
Bye!